Hey guys, today here is the final war of the season, and we managed to clutch Masters, as I'm sure you guys have all seen since I'm getting this video up super late. But yeah, really rough season, but managed to get Masters, which is nice for sure. I think that's my third consecutive season in Masters now with SSX. I think they had a fourth before I joined as well, so yeah. Uh, Nice to keep that going. And yeah, for my fights this war, we got this Jabari up first. It's a bit of an MD spam fight with power backs and stuff. You know, the usual Doom stuff. Cycling L1s and L2s. It's a pretty quick fight, as you can see here. Jabari has a really low health pool, which lets power backs do a lot. And then there's Mystic Dispersion and everything going on. The nice thing about Doom versus Jabari is when she goes into the hunt and gets that precision, you can just nullify it. And then she's not really quite as threatening without that precision, because if you get hit, it's not a big deal. Like, you'll take some damage for sure, but it's not a insta-kill or anything, so that's why I like Doom for Jabari. And then, next up we have a Scorpion. We're just going to use Magneto. We turned on 3 out of 3 Pacify here. And you're actually going to see this 3 out of 3 Pacify bite me in the ass on that Man-Thing fight next, because I didn't realize it would hurt that much. But yeah, we're popping a PS1 to try and just never bait a Scorpion special. Because I'm not good with his specials at all. So my goal was to just never bait a special here. And I think I never baited a special. I can't really remember. It's been a while since I did this fight. But yeah, I don't think I ever baited a special in this fight. So I think the plan went as planned. And yeah. For some reason, our stuns are still getting purified here with 3 out of 3 Pacify, which I really don't get. Like, I've got 3 out of 3 Pacify on, and they're still getting purified. Not sure what's going on there. But, it's fine. We're just gonna keep parrying into our stun stick and get an L3. It's not the end of the world. And yeah, we want to start charging heavies now. And yeah. Just one more parry, and we should be good to go. Yep, we throw there, and yeah, we never made it a single special in this fight, which is nice. Always nice to be able to use that strategy with Magneto when applicable. But yeah, 28 shrapnels, he's not surviving that. And yeah, next up we've got this 20-man thing, and like I said, Pacify really messes me up here, and I did not realize it until too late in the fight, but it seems like it's bugged, and for some reason Pacify just infinitely stuck, throughout the whole fight, because, like, you can see right here, I do that, and Pacify is still failing the Hit Me I Dare You charges, so I see that, and I'm like, what the fuck? And at this point, I was like, okay, I think I'm going to die. I have infinite Pacify on here, which is really bad for a Doom fight. You do not want Pacify for Doom generally, but I thought this would be fine since you're not using your normal stuns much. But yeah, this is very bad, and I throw my L1 where I normally would, and then is when I realized this is going to be an actual problem. And here we combo, and thankfully he doesn't go unstoppable, but I do get my Fury nullified. And yeah, this is terrifying. Just randomly having Pacify permanently active here, and I fucking hate Pacify because the stupid interactions like this. I don't know why it's permanent. Like, the passive stun is passive, so it doesn't activate Pacify, and then my own stun, it's not there. We haven't had stun up for like this whole fight. But for some reason, it seems like he was permanently affected by Pacify until now. He stops being affected by it, which was nice, but it still just makes no sense to me. But yeah, that fight was really scary. Lost basically all control there. But I got lucky, thankfully. And yeah. Next up, we have a Moleman on Mixmaster. We're going to use this to ramp Corvus. We have a guidance from someone else. Yeah, a really easy fight with Corvus to get the ramp up on. I went for Invuln, instead of PS1, because I thought they still had the overlapping timers for UA, so I thought it was going to be hard to keep track of UA. I was wrong on this. Probably could have used the PS1. Not sure it would really matter, because the fight's super quick with Corvus either way. You're never going to run out of charges on this fight. And yeah. Just waiting out UA now. The nice thing about this is, if you bait the special one during the UA timer, which you can generally get the AI to do, then you end up, just basically completely ignoring UA for the whole fight. Like, we really don't have to worry about it since it keeps lining up like that. And yeah, fight's pretty much over now. And yeah, pretty solid fight with Corvus. And yeah, next up I have this Bishop on node 30 with Corvus. Really not too difficult of a fight. The biggest annoyance here is if he starts holding block, he could technically go unblockable if he gets lucky enough with his AI. But generally with Corvus, you're going to end the fight before that starts becoming a risk. So Corvus is a fantastic counter here, and we have 3 out of 3 Petrify, so he's gaining, like, barely any power. You can see he gets the 5 regens there, but he's not going to be able to get enough regens to actually go unblockable or anything, so the fight's over. And yeah, and then we've got this Hulkbuster on Buffet. Yeah. This fight, I think this fight went well from what I remember. Can't really remember. It's been a while since I've taken it, and it's just a Magneto fight. But yeah, you just want to get to your L3 and end the fight as normal with Magneto. Hulkbuster can kill some of your prowess and stuff. But we also have suicides on for this fight, so even if we have barely any prowess going into our L3, it'll probably still kill. So yeah, basically 0 risk in this fight. And yeah, just building up that L3. And paying attention to the timers for UA so we don't eat combos, because with the shocks and armor breaks, you're gonna be taking a lot of damage if you eat a combo or something. And yeah, he's already down to 40%, so this L3 it's gonna kill. And yeah, pretty easy fight with Magneto. And yeah, next up I have my death. So I had a 72 streak before this Ultron. So throwing it away the way I do in this fight definitely hurt quite a bit. But whatever, just gonna brush off this season. It was pretty horrible all around for the ally in general, so just gonna do better next season, because yeah, this death was really bad. So this is a pretty easy fight with Corvus. You are going to run out of charges on, like, your last combo to kill Ultron. But it's at a point that, okay, you run out of charges, but it doesn't really matter. Here we hit into UA, which was dumb. But, when you run out of charges, it's at a point that it doesn't really matter, since the fight is practically over at that point. So, he's a great counter here. You just do combos. We don't have Proxima, so you do have to pay attention to the evade and the UA timer at the same time. And you don't want to hit into block, because that will trigger armor ups for Ultron. Or you don't want to hit into block 4 times, is the thing. So yeah. Here. We run out of our charges, and I thought he was giving me an intercept, because he did that thing where he just fidgeted with his block, and normally that means the AI is giving you an intercept, and I thought I saw him dash, but I just didn't get it correct, and yeah, that's on me. I thought it was an intercept, but it wasn't, and we instantly die to it, which is fun. Such an easy fight that I've died to now. Both of the fights, both this and the null were some of my worst stats in a while, man. And yeah, to finish it off, we just have this Peni. It's an easy fight with Corvus. He breaks the shield immediately, and he ends the fight very quickly. But yeah, 97 fights taken this season, and I had 3 deaths. I had 60 fights with Doom. So, a very Doom heavy season, as I'm sure is no surprise. I'm excited for Mystic. Next season, I've got my Nick Fury off defense, because we got another R4 in my battle group, and Nick Fury looks amazing for the Mystic tactic. So, I'm really excited for that. And yeah, see you guys next season.